Welcome to the Monday live angel messages with Rachel Scoltock. I will be taking you through a 3 or 4 card reading, depending on what the angels want today, and give you some guidance for this week. Just seeing what the angels have in store for us, what the energy is like, and just offering you a bit of support and energy to get you started. So this is a good moment, I think, right at the beginning of the week to set some intentions about what you want to feel, what you want to experience, what kind of energy you want to put out into the world, and ask your angels to be with you. Invoke them, ask for their presence, and ask for their help with some of the things that might seem a bit challenging or tough coming up for you. So I'm going to start off by pulling some cards for you. I did a really beautiful interview with Lisa from Self. Her podcast is called Self, and it's going to be out, I think, in a week. And I'm excited to share that with you once it comes out. But we spoke all about angels, and we had a really in-depth chat. And it actually felt like at the end of it, as if I just felt like I'd been in meditation, a really high vibing meditation for an hour, because whenever we think about and talk about and connect with our angels, we're actually bringing our soul self to the forefront of our lives. We're handing over, from the ego, which is all about worry and fear and self-doubt and insecurity and shame and guilt and drama and all the things that torture us pretty much. And we allow our soul self, our true self, to come forward. Hey, Kay. And whenever you're thinking about the angels, you're calling on them, you're talking about them, and you've maybe got statues of them around. You are making this connection between your soul and your the higher power, and of course your angels themselves. And that starts to smooth out all of the bumps in your life. That's probably the best way I could put it. But you're also inviting a miracle. You're also inviting healing into your body and into your life. And you're allowing your ego self to drop back and stop resisting the good things that are wanting to come to you. And I really think that resistance is a big part of why we don't manifest what we want, or why we seem to come across more challenges, or we feel like we're having a lot of bad luck, is resistance, is the fear, the resentment, the negativity that we put up, and the things that we look for that are wrong in our lives, the self-doubt, guilt and shame are all the things that are like little barriers between you and what it is that you want. And the more you focus on those barriers, even if it's just kind of like trying to analyze them, or you think you're trying to overcome them, but you're actually giving them more energy and like pouring fuel on a fire, that resistance gets bigger until it feels like there's a big distance between what you want and where you are right now, when in fact everything that you want is right in front of you. It's waiting to come in. It's just there. It's just out of your line of vision because you're tuned in to the resistance rather than the ease, the truth. Hey, I'm starting to see people come on. Hi, Anthony. Patricia. Hi, thanks for being here. Hey, Ida. So let's pull some cards for you. I know there's other people here, but I can't see you. And let's see what the angels have to say this week. Perfect. Wow. Really big cards. Okay. So the first card we've got is, I love the way, I don't honestly, most of the time, know what I'm going to talk about to you before I start. And the angels have me talking about non-resistance, moving forward. So resistance, a simple way of resistance would be negativity, right? Thinking the worst case scenario, thinking up something that is, a drama or a challenge, or thinking about all the reasons why you can't have something. Whereas here we've got the wheel, and the wheel is Archangel Jeremiah. So he's a beautiful big archangel who helps us to understand how to make good decisions for ourselves and how to connect in with our intuition and to let go of the past. It's like at this point right now, collectively and individually, we're in a place of decision making. We're at a crossroads. And that crossroads is, am I going to bring with me the behaviors, the judgments, the resentments of the past? Am I going to continue behaving in the way that sabotages me? Or are we going to continue behaving in the way that sabotages us, humanity as a whole? Or am I going to wake up and become conscious of those things and start to make new decisions that serve my soul and serve my highest good? And whatever serves your soul and your highest good doesn't keep you in poverty. It doesn't keep you in loneliness. It doesn't keep you in fear. It overcomes that. People tend to think that if you're on a spiritual path, that sort of means you're denying the material path, but it's actually the opposite, that the more you're in touch with your spirit and your soul will guide you to things that bring you your highest good, because your soul is always guiding, with your angels, are always guiding you to the ultimate peace and well-being, healing for your life. So here's the wheel. And this is about new beginnings, new ideas sparking up for you. Things that have felt stuck for a long time are starting to flow again. Things that have felt like they've been going backwards for a long time start to flow again. It's like you go, here it is. Or here I am, or my energy's come back. It's a feeling of moving forward. Now, what's important now is that you're not throwing up resistance to that. So a lot of people at the moment are saying things like, we mustn't come out of isolation because there's going to be a second wave. Now, that idea has been planted in our heads by the media. But if we remember that we all have immense power within us and we're connected to immense power, divine source, that immense power is in charge, not our small negative selves. So if we want to put resistance in the way and go, okay, I can't bring abundance back into my life. I can't bring healing back into my life. I can't see the world coming back to normal and in the best way possible because I'm afraid of this second thing that's going to happen, this second wave of illness. What are we giving our power to? We're going to turn the wheel backwards again. So what you believe becomes the truth for you. What you believe becomes the truth for you. So if you want to believe in fear, in negativity, in doubt, in defeat, then that is kind of what you're going to keep hitting. So we really owe it to ourselves to start believing in the highest rather than in the lowest. So a bit more about that in a second. So I really like that card. So this is a positive card. It's saying happiness is coming. So then these are major arcana cards, which are the big kahunas in the tarot deck, which means this is a big moment in time. So all three cards are major arcana cards this week. This is the divine guidance card. This is like the Hierophant, the High Priest. It's about it's about change, number 5. It's about connecting with your divine guidance and looking for different ways of doing things, spiritual ways, connecting in with that inner power. Now, whether you believe in the divine and angels and spirit and that your thoughts create your experience or not, doesn't make any difference, really, because that's the truth. So I'm not here to sell that thing. I'm here to help people who are open to that thing to transform their lives. And so recognizing that there are different ways of doing things, that we don't have to go the ego path every time. We don't have to look for the negativity. We don't have to make ourselves into helpless, powerless victims. We don't have to give our power away to anything, to fear. We can take that power back and start to change our world through our own thoughts. Now, also, the angels are saying here that there is guidance coming through for you individually. So see how the stance of the High Priest is. He's got his own, his body is open. He's kind of saying, I'm open, I'm ready, I'm here to receive. So they're saying, take some time, make some space to receive the messages that are coming to you. You can ask, angels, show me what I most need to know. And connect with people that help uplift you and bring you into your wisdom rather than put you into fear, defeat, lower energies. And only you know what that feels like, right? Now, there's one thing that can get in the way of all of this, of the guidance coming through to you, of you transforming and changing your life. What you need to understand is that we're all on a healing pathway right now. All of us, everyone is in a healing pathway. So in the healing pathway, that's what the awakening is. We're getting to see things that need to change, right? So just as much as you might go, okay, I realize that I can't do my belt up because I'm eating too much. We go, okay, I've got to change something. It's as simple as that. I'm realizing that when I'm constantly negative to myself and others, that leaks out and it interferes with my relationships. It stops me from growing. When I start putting myself in as a victim all the time, I hold myself back and I don't allow good things to come to me. And I give all my power away. So that's what awakening is. It's recognizing, oh, I see what I'm doing, and now I've got to do something else. And this is what this card is all about. So the resistance that can come up is a feeling of insecurity, not feeling good enough, feeling unworthy, carrying shame and guilt and doubt. Because those things are heavy energies that can convince you that you shouldn't believe in anything outside of yourself, that there isn't any help out there for you, that you're not good enough to receive that help. And so therefore there's a little kind of energy here of saying you now need to try something different. You need to stop thinking that way. And you can stop thinking that way. You can. And here's the outcome card, who has been showing up a lot recently, right? So this one is Archangel Raziel, who's the angel of spiritual understanding, the angel of wisdom. He's like the big guru or the wizard, and he's carrying the lantern in the dark. He's got the Milky Way up there behind him. Even looks like the standing stones and holy mountain behind him. There's a lot of sacred energy in this coming week. And as an outcome card, this is about completion, and it's about recognizing your new path and having epiphanies, having new things come to you. It's like it won't take long if you can drop the resistance for the good things to start falling in for you. So they seem to be saying to us this week is that it's up to us. It's really up to us. You know, if we look at the collective thing, like most people want out of quarantine or isolation or whatever you want to, lockdown, whatever you want to call it, home imprisonment. Most people want out of that. It's in one shape or form. People want to get back to work. They want to start paying their bills. They want to feel good again. They want to socialize. They want to hug. All of those good things that it means about being human. And so if you can offer as little resistance to that as possible and visualize that as a whole of being, you know, an empowered step back into beautiful, loving, connective life and seeing the world as a whole as healed and seeing yourself happy, healthy, and doing all of those things and not giving into, not being distracted by the negative, dark energy that's saying, oh, you know, something terrible is going to happen. That is going to help move you forward. Hi, Janie. Nice to see you. I'm seeing more people on now. So the final card that we got is, how is this for a demonstration? Honestly, look at the picture of the card. There is a woman breaking out of a gate. The lock has fallen to the floor. And Archangel Michael, who is the, you know, angel of protection, the one who clears fear, negativity, corruption, and darkness from the planet and from us individually, is guiding her forward. And it's the message of this card is you can be free. You just need your courage and making a choice to see clearly the truth, and also making a choice to change your own situations. So other than what's going on with us all, what is holding you back? What's the lock on your gate at the moment that's holding you back from feeling free, from feeling liberated, abundant, joyful, loved? What's the lock? That's what you're working on this week. That's the guidance for this week. So if you've got any questions, I've got a couple of minutes left. I'm happy to answer any questions. Hi, Mandy. Hey, Lena. Thanks, Anthony. You too. Hi, Suzanne. Nice to see you here. Okay, so that's the guidance for the week. I'll be putting the video and the cards up on Instagram and Facebook a little bit later. Talk a little bit more about the angels that are working with us at this time. And you know, angels are beings of light and love, unconditional love. And they're the ideal healers for you to be with at this time, to help you to shift anything that feels stuck, and also to guide you to what it is that you need. They're protectors, healers, guides, and teachers. They'll teach you, you know, even if you need to change the way you think, you can say, angels, help me to think higher, more loving thoughts that support my journey rather than drag me down. Help me to come more into my soul, positive self rather than my lower negative self. But also use the energy of prayer. Prayer is so powerful. And, you know, one of the things that I'm doing at the moment, and I keep repeating this, and I hope that you will do it too, is that I'm praying that the light comes, and, you know, all of the angels that are flooding into earth at this time will help the leaders, the people that are in control, if you like, of major corporations and things. Those people start to hear and listen to their own guidance, to their angels, and that we start to shift some of the heavy darkness and the fear that has infected, I guess, our planet, and that the fear is completely removed so that we can create a beautiful, peaceful, healthy planet for everybody, for the children, for the animals, for everything. That we start to make this shift real in the physical. So that's what I'm praying for. I'm praying that that certain people start to hear and listen to their angels. And you can even do that for the people in your life. They don't have to become angel mediums and start talking about angels. They might not even know it's their angels. They'll be listening to the higher guidance instead of their fear-based thoughts. And that can really make a difference, a huge difference. And it's a beautiful thing for you to do for someone and it's not controlling. You're just praying for the highest good. Okay, have a beautiful week, and angel blessings.